Welcome back to Nasraq, where we have brought you for the last 6 days, where we were broadcasting the ANC's National Policy Conference. Today it came to an end after many robust debates inside hall number 5, which the ANC had used as the plenary. Everything seems to be wrapped up here. Many people have since gone home. Delegates are traveling back to their provinces. Most of the ANC leadership is now gone. Nasraq is basically a ghost town, resembling pretty much what it looks like for the times when the ANC or any other party for that matter isn't here. I just want to quickly speak to some of my colleagues, Aldrin Sampier, who's standing by, as well as Griselda, who were very generous in welcoming me to their city in Johannesburg, and welcomed me into the team. It was great fun to work with them over the last couple of days. Aldrin, as I said, thank you very much for welcoming me into your team.
Well, certainly, Lukhanyo, and I remember when we were joking earlier on this week when the conference started that although it's winter and it was cold here when the policy conference started, it was much warmer than what it is in Cape Town. If anything, probably Lukhanyo would have walked around with a short, wearing shorts and short sleeve, as warm as it was for him here in Nasraq, in Soweto, as the ANC convened its 5th policy conference here in Nasraq, discussing a lot of proposals. And of course, we've just seen literally just a few hours ago, after it came to light that the ANC's Economic Transformation Subcommittee has come to a resolution that the Reserve Bank's mandate be changed, or rather that the Reserve Bank's ownership be changed, and the Reserve Bank becomes nationalized, so that which means that government becomes the wholesale owner of the Reserve Bank. As it stands currently, the Reserve Bank has private owners as well, private shareholders, but Inokotongwana saying that as it stands at the moment, there isn't money available to buy over those shares, and certainly such a proposal will have to the ANC would have to discuss such a proposal with other economists as well as investors. And just looking at the market at the moment, how the rand took a tumble there, about the rand lost about 3% of its value, trading at about 13 rand 45 cent at some stage after the announcement by Inokotongwana. So certainly quite a number of proposals that the ANC has made here, and most of the proposals actually looking into the unity of the party. And interestingly, President Jacob Zuma throwing his weight behind the KZN proposal that the loser of the 2 presidential nominees must become the deputy president of the party automatically, which would mean that the constitution of the ANC would need to be amended. And that's not the only portion of the ANC's constitution that would need amendment. The another portion that would need amendment is the expansion of the ANC's top 6, which is a proposal here that there be 2 deputy presidents as well as 2 deputy secretary generals of the ANC. Another one is the NEC, that the NEC numbers be reduced, and President Jacob Zuma spoken during his closing remarks that the Deputy Secretary Generals will have to look into monitoring and evaluating the ANC policies that have been proposed. And as I've been stressing throughout over the day, and it's unfortunately we didn't have the governance and legislature subcommittee briefing us. One of the proposals that they've been facing since Polokwane is minimizing, and a decision was taken actually on this, is that the number of provinces that the country has must be minimized, and to date that has still not happened. I'm now going to cross over to Griselda. Just an inside joke for those who don't know. Inside the SABC, the SABC's newsroom that is in Joburg, we call Griselda Ngamalala. So Ngamalala earlier on this afternoon was interviewing the real Ngamalala. What do you take from that interview, Griselda?
Well, thank you very much, Aldrin. It's really been 6 days of grueling debate and so much hard work for journalists. You can see so much of the hard work happens with these men and women who all make it happen at the SABC. So a huge thanks to all the technical crew and many of the other people behind the scenes who really make it happen. We get to shine, but there are so many men and women inside the SABC that make all these broadcasts possible and make you at home be part of the ANC Policy Conference. But certainly hearing from President Jacob Zuma a bit earlier on, he seemed very upbeat about how the ANC would emerge from this policy conference. Unity is one of the terms he had been using from the very beginning. Recall, of course, at the gala dinner where he first addressed some of the delegates, where he said that unity is one of the issues that the ANC needs to emerge from this policy conference. And I think one of the things that I was really watching closely was one of the proposals that came from the Eastern Cape, saying that due to factionalism, which is one of the issues that President Jacob Zuma really referred to, including in his closing address, the Eastern Cape basically saying all 1 million of the ANC's members should vote for the national leader. That's one of the issues that is on the table at this point. What I'm very interested to see over the past couple of days is whether the ANC Youth League, who we understand has had an issue with the non-use of the word white monopoly capital, whether they will bring that up. I'm not sure at this point why that press conference did not go ahead. We understand that they were quite unhappy with the report that was given by Joel Tenze. So really, I think at this point, some of the policies, of course, which need to be ratified at the ANC's elective conference in December, some of those perhaps would raise some eyebrows. It now goes to the branches. The branches would need to decide on this, as the ANC says, in Xhosa amandla asemasebeni. So it really need to see if indeed that power is with the branches, and what the ANC branches will decide with some of these things that have been thrown forward. I think it was very important as well for the ANC to look at itself, because many have said, as a governing party, irrespective of the policies that the ANC does put in place, the ANC itself would need to rectify and remedy some of the pressing challenges that it faces, and due to the loss of support that we've seen in the African National Congress in terms of voters over the past couple of years, and many saying that the ANC is not the ANC of Oliver Tambo, of which you'd know this year the ANC has dedicated to celebrating this ANC veteran. Many are saying that the ANC needs to relook at itself, reinvent itself, and deal with the pressing challenges that the country is facing. But first of all, remedy the challenges within itself. But thank you very much for joining us here on SABC News. These are the unsung heroes and heroines right here behind me, who really put it all together for us. Many people, we've had some of our directors. There's one of my favorite, Goofy, who is in one of the broadcast vans, but it doesn't take away from many of these other men and women who do a sterling job to bring this for us. Pay your TV license. It is worth it. It's exactly why we're able to bring you this. Thank you very much for joining us here on SABC News.